Alright, no intro this time, we're jumping straight into portrait shots. The first shot is similar in terms of contrast, colors, dynamic range, and edge detection. I feel all these phones produce great looking results. The 15 does crush the shadows on my face, which does make it look a bit dark. The 14 and 17e are almost perfect. One advantage the 15 and 17e have over the 14 is the ability to take 2x portrait shots. Here I feel the 17e has the upper hand over the 15. The photo looks warm and has better color output, although edge detection is slightly better on the 15. With this next shot, we get to clearly see how better the output is on the 17e. The 15 is right behind while the 14 looks a bit off with less than ideal contrast. Skin tone is quite similar, but I feel the iPhone 14 and 17e do slightly better than the 15. Edge detection is good on all phones. At 2x, the iPhone 17e leaves behind the iPhone 15. The colors are much more natural and closer to real life in the 17e shot. In the third photo here, the results are identical. I can't really pick either. The colors are solid and the skin tone looks great. However, edge detection is an issue on each phone. It's just not that good. And at 2x, the 15 and 17e have the same exact output, although edge detection once again isn't that good. Rest of the portrait shots follow a similar trend. The output is quite similar with some very nitpicky differences. I do love how good the iPhone 14 is compared to these 48 megapixel sensors. The only disadvantage it has is the missing 2x portraits. The 15 and 17e do have the upper hand in this case. In just one 2x shot, the 15 was way off. I think it could have been a one-off thing as I couldn't replicate it again. Overall, solid results for all these phones, and the 17e isn't that far ahead. With selfies, the results are similar. That is to be expected since the sensors are the exact same. I mean literally the exact same. In the end, it all boils down to post-processing. One minor advantage the 15 and 17e have over the 14 is wide-angle selfies. The 14 does tend to crop in when taking portrait shots. That said, results are quite similar and passable, but nothing out of the ordinary. Moving on to some much anticipated main lens shots. The 15 and 17e have the advantage of a larger 48 megapixel main lens compared to the 12 megapixel of the 14. But how does it translate to real life results? Honestly, not much. I found the output to be almost identical. In fact, so much so that these photos do appear to be duplicates of each other. The only minor difference that is visible in real life is the sharpness. The 24 megapixel shots from the 15 and 17e are just a bit more detailed and sharper than the 14's 12 megapixel shots. That said, when going through YouTube or social media compressions, the output becomes the exact same. Other than sharpness, I did notice minor differences in saturation and white balance. I did feel the 15 and 17e producing slightly saturated results compared to the 14. As for white balance, it just comes down to how the phone handles the scene. Even then, 9 out of 10 photos produced by these phones are identical. And then we have some telephoto shots. The 15 and 17e can use what we call digital crop or lossless zoom of the larger 48 megapixel lens to get to that 2x zoom level. The 14 does need to be manually zoomed in every time to get a 2x shot. Now I did do that for this video guys, so a sub to the channel would be much appreciated. Anyways, with 2x zoom, the shots do look quite similar. The 15 and 17e are slightly more detailed and sharp due to a higher res lens. But even that isn't as visible since 2x isn't that high of a zoom. Still, just having that 2x toggle is a big advantage for the 15 and 17e. Plus, it also comes in handy for those 2x portrait shots. At max zoom of 5x for the 14, the 15 and 17e produce ever so slightly sharper results. Not by a lot, but an advantage is an advantage. That said, none of these telephoto shots are exceptional. All these phones fall apart after 2x zoom. I think it is high time we got a 3x telephoto sensor on base iPhones, but only time will tell when that happens. Finally, we have some nighttime photography. Now this is where the 15 and 17e shine. The larger sensor with a wider aperture lets in more light and also produces sharper results. I did notice the colors produced by the 15 and 17e being slightly more saturated as compared to the 14. The 17e also seems to have less light flares during night photography. I did however notice the 17e producing some very bad results in some 2x shots. The output seemed to be out of focus and grainy, but that happened in just a couple of shots. Other than that, we have some very solid results. I don't have nighttime video since I did delete it by mistake, but we can take a look at the daytime video. The output in terms of colors, contrast, dynamic range and everything else is spot on and identical. I do feel the 14 and 15 produce slightly more stabilized footage. Now it could be due to the sensor shift OS which is missing on the 17E. The iPhone 14 and 15 also support cinematic video, which is a solid advantage if you do want to film some social media content with these phones. And that's about it. Nothing else that stands out for either of these phones. And that's the camera comparison between the iPhone 14, 15 and 17E. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Be sure to be subscribed and I'll catch you all soon in the next one.